Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh shit. I stepped in shit, I think. But that brings luck. So. Okay. What? Okay, can film me. Hello. Can I see myself? So, why did I come today here? Well, I was thinking to talk about... by the way, here, another thing. Let's show the sky. So, this is Haarp, people. So, I am not crazy, but this is Haarp. Just show the clouds. So, it started yesterday, and we actually got some heavy headaches. And it's like somebody's just squeezing the brain, and horrible. But yeah, well, we have to survive it. Anyways, why did I come here today? Why and why? To talk about the dreams that we all have, and not necessarily the dreams at night. The dreams that actually are creating our realities, and those are actually the most important dreams. Most of the times we avoid to believe in them. Well, not necessarily me, but I'm just saying in general. There's many people that don't really trust their dreams, their potential, to change their lives, the factor of change that a dream might actually bring into your life, in one's life. I mean, look at me, for instance. If I didn't have those dreams, back when I had them, I wouldn't even be here. Like being an architect, it was a huge direction change, because I initially studied arts, and the second year I actually was so disappointed with the whole school and with whatever they had to offer. And I decided, okay, this is not going anywhere for me. This is just a dead end. And I don't like dead ends. I can smell them like a mile away. And somebody was telling me, this is not going anywhere. This is not good. You have to change something. And I was kind of afraid, because it was the beginning of the second year, and I was just like, okay, I spent so much money preparing for the exam. The school in itself was an expensive one. Plus my sister was already, how should I say, almost finishing high school, so she also kind of like needed help with, for exams and stuff like this for university. So yeah, my parents weren't necessarily happy with me when I told them that I'm going to become an architect. And but the only person that actually was happy was my father, because even back then we had the small office that we do urbanism stuff, and town planning, and all the papers that you need in order to get your permits and stuff like this. And he was actually happy, because he was going to get somebody to help him. So yeah. He was basically the only person that actually, yay. Financially, it was horrible. I couldn't have chosen a more horrible moment in my life. But something inside me was like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. So, yeah, basically at almost the end of my first semester, my second year at art school, I decided I'm gonna do this. And through a friend, I found this professor that was tutoring people, because we have to take the exam to be accepted at the university. But for that, you have to build skills, and this had to do with the drawing stuff and mathematics and whatever. Anyways, and I had to get, to a certain standard so you can actually compete with other people. And for that, of course, you need money. So yeah, it was tough. But hey, at some point I decided I got to do this. And the money somehow, the money problem solved itself from itself, so to speak. Because the professor that I had back then, he said that the kids he saw that they have results and they advance really fast, they're gonna get like a discount or an extra free lesson or something like this. So already I had from my first month, and in the last 3 months before the exam, I would pay one, and the whole week, because it would become like intensive training, I would just pay one, and the rest of the week would be free. So that was awesome. Plus, at that point, I decided to give English, to teach some kids English and some other stuff. And somehow I managed it. I mean, I don't, even now I'm like, oh my God, it's like I've done this. It worked out in the end. It's just you have to believe in yourself, even if nobody else is going to believe in your dream, because it might seem crazy and over the top and impossible. You be that person that believes in your dream, and protect your dreams. Dream and protect your dream. You don't know where you might get with it. I mean, now, yeah, okay, I'm an architect, but I'm not just that. I discovered so many other things. But I knew that at that point in my life was a very important step. It's like to shift the direction, to have more freedom, because I felt like just the art was just not enough. It was just like small prison, and I don't like prisons. I don't like not having options and dead ends. So yeah, and I was lucky with this because the study that I chose as my second study, this architecture, was that I had to absorb so much knowledge from so many subjects, and because it's not just you learn how to build a house or to draw or what. No, you learn about engineering, and I learned a lot about that, and constructions and mechanics and whatever, blah blah. So all the technical part. So most of my years were busy with that, and at some point I felt like, what am I studying? I feel like this is not really architecture. This is just constructions. But later, actually, after becoming really an architect, it's just you have more freedom, and well, depends on who you work for, and if you work for yourself, that's another thing. But if you decide, like I decided to go beyond that and really be creative and explore more, then you'll see there's a whole new world out there for you to just, to discover and to enjoy it. But that was possible because I had a dream, and no matter what other people said or didn't say, believed in me, or like my mother, who didn't really, is like, oh my God, it's like, well, we have to help your sister also, and I understood that. But for some reason, the voice in my head was saying, no, you gotta do this. This is your thing. You gotta do this, and you gotta do this now. And I did it. And it's just, as I said, sometimes the dreams might look for other people very crazy and scary, and even for you it could be very scary. But if you have a dream, dream it, protect it, follow it, make it happen. Ciao.